So, I did something very awesome. I have had this big dream that I've been brewing up here for about 10 months, and it has finally happened. I now own a Redbox kiosk. I know what you're thinking. How and why? And I'm going to explain that in this video. Most important things to know, if you don't know, Redbox was a DVD rental service from 2008 to July of 2024 when they suddenly went bankrupt after some really bad decision choices. In that bankruptcy, which has been an ongoing lawsuit, it turned into like two different versions of liquidation. It's very confusing. Not even the assets have been sold off yet. We gotta wait like 5 days to see what's gonna happen. But basically, ever since they've gone bankrupt, the kiosks have just been sitting in front of random stores, and people have been taking them. Because who's gonna stop them? The parent company's gone. These stores are just like, yeah, sure, go ahead. So, people now own these things. And I am one of them. So, this video's structured very differently than the other ones, because what I have done is I took a bunch of videos and photos of the process of me, first of all, taking this thing home, and then getting it working. So, all of it happened in about 48 hours, and you are going to see all of what I recorded. I'll have some photos with me talking over them. So, yeah, just sit back and enjoy how I realized the dream. Also, I can't stress this enough. I, or anyone else that I know, did not commit any crimes to acquire this. Everything was done lawfully. I have to put that before the rest of this video. I acquired this legally. My friend's neighbor acquired this legally. No crimes were committed. Alright, keep going. Alright, so to start off with the images. This is me and Dad. This is us, obviously, after we picked up the red box, or during the process of picking up the red box. This truck right here belongs to one of my best buddy's neighbors, and he is the one that removed this red box from its location, and fortunately was kind enough to let us take it home with us. Now, you can see that it does have the original signage that went next to it and all of these movie posters. It even had something that was kind of rare, an overhead lighting structure. Obviously, we did not take those. Dude, they are so big. And our trailer, as you'll see, is pretty small. This is me and Dad with the red box after we got it out of the truck. You can see his crazy looking face and my somewhat normal looking face. And then this is us as we got it into our trailer. There's the Jeep right there. And afterwards we went to get some Mexican food. So here is our awesome Jeep with the red box in the trailer. I couldn't waste the opportunity to take this awesome photo. Alright, Dad. So what's that we can see in the camera?
Red box.
Oh, you can't see it.
It's a heist.
There it is.
Picture. This is a caper.
This is a caper. This is the great red box caper of 2025. Now is the time for when we got the red box home. This is the first time with it standing up in the garage. I wish I took some sort of videos or photos of us getting it out, but it was just me and my dad. It was like 11 p.m. And honestly, we weren't sure how we were going to get it out of the trailer as it was happening. It was funny. We ended up stacking cardboard on top of each other like a little staircase, then putting some wood down as a ramp, and then we backed the trailer up to the garage door. We both stood on the trailer and pushed it out, kind of being careful so that it would end up landing on its feet. It was really funny. Let's see what else we got. Movies. Yes. Here's the panel right here, the back panel. If for some reason someone else with a Redbox is watching, you'll know that there are a bunch of Torx screws, T25s, I believe, that hold in this back panel. And I'll have to get my dad to send me the video, but right as we pulled the panel out, a bunch of movies fell down. And after we got those movies out and unplugged the AC unit and all that, we had to get the rest of the movies out. This is just some of them. Up ahead, I have a full photo of the full counting of the movies that we did. This is the machine. Immediately after we took that panel off, you can see all of the movies here somewhat. I was impressed with how many of them were still on the carousel, but some of them, like this guy, was on the side. If this photo was higher quality, you'd see that there were a bunch like pressed up against the door that fell out once we popped the lock. Speaking of, this is the inside of the Redbox. I took this photo because I needed to get a reference. Sadly, we didn't get a key for the Redbox. Oh, hey, I didn't even notice this disc standing there. I wonder what movie that is. Oh, there's gotta be no way of knowing. That sucks. I'll let you know if I ever find out, but I don't think I will. So yeah, this is the locking mechanism. We did not get the key, so we had to stick a screwdriver in and press like a little latch down so we could pop the handle and twist it to actually get the lock open. It was crazy. And here is the first power on of the Redbox. You can see that ours came with Windows 7 installed. This is the default screen for when you're booting it up. Funny that it boots up immediately to an error, but I guess that's for customer's sake. And here is the key card, or the card scanner, which is completely dead. It does not work at all. So in some of the later videos, you'll see that we had to write some code to get it to function. Oh, it's recording. Shh. All right. It is 2:41, and I'm at like a really far point actually. I'm writing the last bit of code that should let me bypass the scanner. It is launching right now, so I have to wait for like an agonizing 5 to 10 minutes for it to boot up and hope that I did good enough work. This is what I live for. This is the most fun I've had in like a week. This is great. I'm not even kidding. I'm having so much fun doing this. So yeah, I'm gonna be waiting for this to run. It's on black error right now. So the disk cradle, I think it's called, I don't fucking care. The disk cradle is about to start lifting up and down, and the HAL is gonna start rotating the carousel
and then it'll boot to Kiosk Engine, which then I'll have to enter some sort of Redbox desktop, and then replace my code, or replace their code with my code, and that'll hopefully do it. I also need to recalibrate the touchscreen while I'm in there, because like it's slightly off to the right and slightly up, which, you know, it's fine, but it gets annoying. So I'm getting through it. What movie am I gonna watch? Let's just pick a random one out of the stack here. This is Deepwater Horizon. It's a Blu-ray. Well, let me know if it's good. I don't know. It's still taking a while. Alright, I'm gonna end the recording, obviously, because this is gonna take too long for us to just sit here and stare each other in the eyes. Oh, it's starting. Alright, I'll start recording again when this is online and my code's replaced, and hopefully it works.
I don't know if you could tell, but I think right at 2:30 I had reached my really tired point. I slept horribly the previous night because the weather was like messing with my arm, and I think at that point I had been up from 5 a.m. all the way to now to 2 a.m., which is it's a pretty good chunk of time to not sleep. So it was getting to me. You can tell in the video I'm kind of slurring my speech, looking around like I don't know what's going on. I swear I'm watching some of this stuff back and I look crazy. Yeah, keep it going.
Alright, it's 3 a.m. This is the final test. Alright, what movie are we thinking? Let's do Free Guy. I like Free Guy. I mean, they're all free, so. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's huge. Oh, that's huge. Oh, that's crazy. Redbox is offing it. Skip. Oh. All right, let's return it. We've done it. All of that worked. I have nothing else to test. Everything that I want to do to the machine now is going to be physical.
So yeah, I stayed up really late and I got it working. But it doesn't end there. I took some much needed sleep and then I got right back to working on doing more stuff. So here's that. Nothing too serious. Just me having a little fun with it. Here's something fun. I actually pulled up the address on Google Maps. Every Redbox has the store code number written in Sharpie on the inside, and we used that information and looked up the store, and it is this Walgreens in Bryan, Texas, and I actually pulled it up on Google Maps. Here it is. Here's some guy using it. So yeah, that is the Redbox that I now own. Here, another fun thing, here's all of the movies that were inside. Quite a bit. Dark Tower, don't know what that is. I was surprised when Redbox went bankrupt. A lot of people flooded to these machines because you could just rent movies and get them for free. I guess whichever store manager was in charge shut the machine down like right after it went bankrupt. If you remember in those earlier photos that I showed you, they actually had a sign on it with paper that said, hey, this isn't in use anymore. Although a lot of kiosks have that. This is the only other part of the Redbox that I took with me. This is the signage, that little arch thing. I believe it's called the header, I think. So to my knowledge, the red with white text was the original. Yes, the red with white text was the original, and then around 2013, when they got bought up by Coin something, that other kiosk company that will sort all your change and then give you a check, they actually bought up Redbox and put this sticker on it, this white sticker with black text. Some kiosks got new headers made with this white text, or with this white with black text. If you can believe it, this was actually supposed to be white. They yellowed really fast, which I didn't know was going to happen. And that is it for the photos. So, yeah. But of course, we wouldn't be done without the magnum opus. The main question, the thing that was on not everyone's, but maybe most people's minds, about a certain vintage computer game from the 1990s. Holy shit! Okay. Those speakers are fucking loud. I'm gonna blow out the speakers if I keep playing. Okay. But that is huge. Alright, cool. So yeah, that's all for now. Stay tuned. There will for sure be updates with the Redbox. It's not just gonna stop with this one video. I have a ton of plans, painting, stickering, bunch of stuff I gotta do. And it's all coming up next after this ad break. No. Yeah, just stay tuned for more content on the best thing I've done.